Nullables are one of the biggest points of confusion for beginners in Kotlin. You see all these strange explanation and question marks all over your code, and you start thinking, what the heck's going on? That's with a question and explanation mark, in case you couldn't tell. But never fear, nullables aren't that hard if you can get your mind around them. So to explain what nullables are and why they're helpful, let's think about a common problem programmers come across. Let's say you're making an app that keeps track of your friends. You want to store their first name, their last name, and if they have one, their nickname. If I was putting myself in the app, there's no problem. I'd put Kevin for my first name, Moore for my last name, and Kev for my nickname. But what if I was putting someone else in the app, like my friend Jesse? In Jesse's case, I could put Jesse for his first name, Caterwall for his last name, but Jesse, what's your nickname?
I don't have one.
So what do we have here? We need to have a way to indicate that he doesn't have a nickname. We could put Jesse and have some logic that the nickname is the same as their first name, then he doesn't have one.
That doesn't seem clean.
We could put in an empty string as Jesse's nickname.
But what if someone actually had an empty string for a nickname for some reason? That could happen.
We could keep a boolean to indicate whether the nickname is set.
But that doesn't seem very clean either.
Luckily, Kotlin has a great solution for this: nullables. Nullables in Kotlin let us easily represent either a value or an absence of a value, which can be null. You can think of nullables like this question mark box. This box might be a cool surprise inside, or it might have null. Jesse, can you please check?
It's a bunny!
Looks like the nullable had a value this time. The nullable had a value that time. Here's another nullable. Jesse, can you check? Oh, looks like that one is null. Thanks, Jesse, for helping out. We could use nullables like this to solve our problem earlier. We could have a nullable box for the nickname, and there might be a cool nickname inside, or it might be null. Let's see what this looks like in Kotlin. Let's create a nullable variable. Here we use a question mark after string to indicate the variable could be null. We also need to set it to a value. Since we don't know what it is, we just set it to null. Let's create a function to print out the nickname. Alright, so now we're printing the nickname out. Let's give it a try and see what happens when we use our correct nickname. You can see that it's saying my nickname is null. So what would happen if we were to change nickname and set it to my nickname? And we'll just copy that, print it out. Let's try it again. So as you can see, now it prints it out. So that's the nice thing about nullable variables. It will work both with it being null and not null.